Timing in football, eh? Interesting timing at Old Trafford.
Yeah, well, look, it's been an amazing start for Ollie. Just seeing on the telly quickly there, he said equalled some of Busby's record with four wins his first 4 games. So he's not had a bad start, has he? It's been incredible, and I think you can see the easiest thing for him, and I'm sure he would have spoke to the players about it. What he's hoped was to bring that enjoyment and that freedom of expression, because they're at Manchester United because they're good players, and I think that's the big thing. He's looked from the outside of what he's tried to do, and knowing Ollie himself, that type of player he was, that type of person, you can see why the board and the club decided to go that way, and he's doing a hell of a impression to get the job, that's for sure, isn't he?
What do you think the key trait of his personality is that's making the difference at the moment, knowing him?
Well, knowing Ollie as I do, it'll be just that enjoyment factor, but also that professionalism and that killer instinct that he had. I think that's definitely been a key to it. But the main thing is to have that enjoyment element and maintaining a standard of what the club and what the fans hope to see and expect. And they've obviously had a run of games now where they felt they've kind of really put the foot down and gone on and finished teams off as well. And obviously last night was away from home, but everything he seems to be doing at the minute when he makes his subs, I think was it 40 seconds later his sub score. So everything is going in his favour at the minute. But hopefully we can put a little. I hope he remains unbeaten in the league and gets knocked out of the cup.
One question coming up about the cup, definitely. Just one last one about Ollie himself. He's an interim, short-term Manchester United manager at the moment. Is he, in your eyes, a long-term Manchester United manager as well?
Well, why not? Why not would be the answer to that. If he keeps that run going, if he has success in, hopefully not the FA Cup, but the Champions League, and carries on the run in the league, he'll be putting himself in a front runner for the job. That's for sure. He'll want to carry on that momentum he's created early on, and he'll definitely be under consideration. I'm sure. He rightly so. He'll be talking about the next game, the next few games that they have. He won't be looking too far ahead. And he's been brought in. He said it himself. He's been brought in until the summer. But I'm sure that can all change very quickly.
So what's the mood here now ahead of going to Old Trafford?
Yeah, look, the new manager's come in and he's obviously wanting to have that, to get us enjoying it, to get us showing that expression, what he sees on the training pitch. You saw for most of the game against QPR initially, his first game, when we really should have got a couple of goals in the first half. We really dominated, and it's one of them things you'd be hoping that when we go to Old Trafford we have that confidence to show the ability. Yeah, we know Manchester United are a fantastic team and they're on a great run, but we have to have that confidence to go there and show that we can cause them problems and hopefully get that goal and be part of a bit of FA Cup magic, a bit of a shock. So, because it would be, because of obviously the run that they're on and the run we're on. But we have to have that confidence to go down and hopefully cause that upset.
Just talking about, obviously, you obviously played at Old Trafford a lot. You've got a lot of younger players in this squad. What is going to be the experience like for those guys when they step out of Old Trafford for the first time?
I'll probably realising how big the pitch is for starters. Obviously, a few of the lads they played there a couple of seasons ago, so a good few of them will be aware of it. But for the lads that haven't played, that'll be one to cherish, because obviously it's a special place. But also one to hopefully flourish under, because you'll have so many people watching you, not only in the stadium but around the world, and to take that opportunity, to grasp it with both hands and enjoy the moment. But the most enjoying thing hopefully afterwards will be when you've got a result. That's ultimately why you go to these games and why you're in the cup. You're in it to win it and get yourself in the next round.
Not to use a football cliche, it's just a good opportunity to throw the form book out the window, really, isn't it? And just could even be the spark that turns the season around.
Exactly. Looking at, as I said, I'd love Ollie to go unbeaten, but let's just keep it in the league, and we can cause that upset, and that's what it would be. But we've got players capable of hurting United, so we've got to show that on the day and make sure we have that bit of luck on our side, and if we do that, we'll be able to cause them problems.
And just one more about Ollie very quickly, also teammates together. Could you see when you were teammates the sparks that was going to build into his managerial career, those elements that would... I know Sir Alex has spoken about the fact that he always felt he would be the one who would go on from that squad to become a manager.
Yeah, well look, he was that type of player, whether it be in the training matches and stuff like that. You knew Ollie was always, whether it be on your shoulder or if you were marking him in training, he was never going to be a player that was going to keep it straightforward. He was going to be trying things all the time, different runs. He had that intelligence. You could see that as a player. You could see it how he finishes. He always knew what keepers to go high, to go low against. It was just little details with him. And then obviously towards the end he had a problem with his knee, so we knew then that he wanted to go down the coaching management side of things, and he just had that development. I think obviously that when the little spell he had at Cardiff was a huge learning curve for him, and it was, you can see now the benefit of that when he went back obviously to Norway, and he's made a good start to his second spell in England, that's for sure.
And Joseph said here as well, obviously, that the team at the moment, they've shown him all that they've got to give. Is this an opportunity to just show a little bit more, the pressure of the league being taken off the players and the pressure of the dreaded R world as well? This is just an opportunity to go into a cup game where it's 90 minutes opportunity.
Exactly, and I think that the big thing he wants us to do is be that bit more aggressive in our attacking as well, and when we're obviously getting nice little passing moves going and creating chances, but when we get towards the edge of the box, to have that aggression in, whether it be that final pass forward, that final cross, that final shot, to have that in us, and then we know we can get that confidence of that bit of possession we've had, to know that we're going to be creating and hurting teams. And I think what better place to do it than Old Trafford.
Okay, if that's it for TVs, if you stop rolling, just the cutaways.